Alright, there we go. Okay, that's enough of that shit. We'll probably, I don't know if we'll get copyrighted for that shit, who knows?
Who knows, for all we know in our luck.
Hey guys, welcome to this little special opening night. Again, we haven't seen that many movies this month because there wasn't much there. No. There was like Insidious, I Don't Give a Shit, and Paddington 2.
Yeah.
But we decided to do, like, we're going to start doing these now where we watch movies at home and then do an opening night afterwards.
Yeah.
I know I keep promising Pulp Fiction, but I wanted to watch this movie with somebody with me because I didn't know if I was going to lose my fucking mind, right?
Right.
So, for the, well, okay, I'm a fan of Ridley Scott's mostly epic films like Gladiator and Robin Hood. I thought Robin Hood was the most historically accurate to the Robin Hood myth. But we just sat down and watched Ridley Scott's Legend. And we watched the theatrical UK cut, because everybody says that's the best one, and holy fuck! Oh my god! Why haven't I seen this movie sooner?
I don't know, I haven't seen it.
Oh my god! Wow!
It was honestly incredible.
This movie was a fucking trip and a half. Okay, I'd say, like, if you're a stoner and you watch this on a lot of drugs, you're in for a fucking treat, man. Yeah. Holy shit. Oh, I love this fucking movie so goddamn much.
So do I. That's awesome.
I want to watch it again just to see what the American cut with the crappy, never-ending story music sounds like.
Yeah.
I heard there's slight differences, but really, this movie was fucking incredible. Like, every single fucking shot is beautiful.
Oh, beautifully shot. The whole thing just beautifully fucking shot.
It's just like, it just captures, like, because the whole thing, I think Ridley Scott just wanted to make his own fairy tale. I don't know if he couldn't get the rights to Lord of the Rings or something, but man, fuck, a Lord of the Rings in the fucking 80s?
Basically, yeah.
Somebody needs to cut a bunch of fantasy movies from the 80s and make it look like a Lord of the Rings movie.
I'd love to see that.
I would love, like, or somebody makes a spoof Lord of the Rings, like, what if Lord of the Rings was made in the 80s? With awesome synthesizer, never-ending story music. Okay, so, how to start this shit, because, like, this was something I've wanted to watch for a very long time because I've just heard so many great things about it. I think I skipped it as a kid, probably because my parents probably thought it would have been too scary, because good fucking lord!
Yeah.
This movie is horror for a young child.
Well,
you will shit bricks!
Yeah. If young child would definitely be horrified watching
Oh my god, the fucking, like, goblins and shit, and all the, but, like, the set, because this was all shot on a soundstage, on the 007 soundstage, and that's the reason the damn thing lit on fire. But fuck, this movie, the score is beautiful, the cast is great, the sets are wonderful, it's just a beautifully shot movie, and I know Ridley Scott's good at filming really pretty things. He's really good at that. But, I guess we should get into the plot, and, I know you were kind of paying attention here and there because you were texting somebody.
You were too.
Well, yeah, but, why don't you go ahead and say what exactly the plot of this movie is?
Well, basically, take the fucking movie, and where it says Legend, take a Sharpie, and at the bottom add of Zelda. It's basically fucking Legend of Zelda with the devil instead of Ganon. Pretty fucking much. Yeah, and I wanted you to see this with me because I've heard that this movie was the biggest inspiration for Shigeru Miyamoto to make the games. Mostly because, think about it, this movie came out in 1984 in December in the UK, and then it got a theatrical release in 85. It might have been 86, I'm not too sure. You guys would probably let me know in the comments, but I've heard that Shigeru Miyamoto was, like, pretty much said, I'm gonna make a fucking game on this shit. I don't care if I can't get the rights. Pretty much, honestly. Because the whole movie is Zelda. It is the closest thing to, for anybody who wanted that live-action Zelda Netflix, or any Legend of Zelda product, here you fucking go. absolutely.
And you're more knowledgeable about the game, so how was it compared to the video games?
I'd say it had a really, like, Ocarina of Time sort of feel, but with, like, the darkness of Majora's Mask.
Yeah.
But even darker than Majora's Mask.
Yeah, like, so Majora's Mask is, like, the darkest of the games? I don't know.
Games, yeah.
Yeah, I haven't played it.
Very dark. I've played a little bit of it. I haven't played a whole lot of it because I don't own it. But I wanna own it and beat it.
Give this guy a donation if you have a spare copy of Ocarina of Time. But yeah, so the basic plot is there's this evil ruler called Darkness, who is played by the wonderful, delicious Tim Curry.
Yeah.
Dude, you might be one of the greatest villains I've ever seen on the screen. Like, I love Tim Curry in fucking anything. Pennywise from It. The best Lon John Silver in Muppet Treasure Island. Like, even some of the comedies he's done, like Scary Movie 2. Anything he's in, I'll fucking watch. He makes the movie. But this, really, is his best goddamn performance.
I'd have to agree with you.
The motherfucker had to literally wear 50 pounds of makeup with those fucking horns on his head.
Must have been insanely hard to do.
He had to wear stilts. This motherfucker had for goat feet. And he had to walk around wielding a sword and shit. He had long fucking fingernails. If that was me, I'd be like, get me the fuck out of this right now.
That was me, I'd be fucked.
But Tim, man, he is the best thing about this goddamn movie. And he only shows up very briefly in this film. Because most of the film, again, it's a Legend of Zelda movie. You've got a young elf kid who is in love with this princess who runs this kingdom, and some bad shit happens. There's a light world, there's a dark world with the snow and shit. There's even a dark world, and she's captured by this dark lord, and the young elf kid has to save her.
Yeah,
right?
Pretty much.
And I know you motherfuckers in the comments saying, he's named after you! He's named after you! I get that shit enough with goddamn Titanic.
Oh god, he must, yeah.
Oh god, in school, everybody was doing that.
Really?
And I was too embarrassed to say, like, Rose! Although I do it now for hell of it, right?
Yeah.
If people knew who I was. But basically, Tom Cruise plays Tom. This is one of his first roles, and he plays an elf kid named Jack who's in love with the princess and blah, blah. I can't remember what the actress name is who played the princess. And here's the thing. With her and Tim Curry interacting, she's trying so hard to act alongside him, but she knows she cannot handle the deliciousness of the curry. She can't like, okay, I'm not a fan of curry as a food, but the actor, I just make that joke.
Yeah.
But she's literally, you see her just like, there's a scene where she's like, Tim Curry's like, you belong to me, we are mates for life, and she's just like, no. Because she knows she can't overact with Curry. Yeah. She can't. She can't fucking do it. She's literally looking like, no, I can't do this shit, man. I'm sorry. But fuck, but it's all the tropes of, like, I was watching you just rant about every single thing how this was a Zelda movie.
Pretty much.
Like, name the things that, like, you were seeing in the movie, like that happened, you're just like, fuck!
Okay,
I'm just gonna move the camera a little bit there.
Sure. Parts of me that made me feel that way,
Sadly, there was no pot throwing.
No, unfortunately not. There were pots, but they were not thrown.
Yeah, there were plates.
And plates, yeah.
Close enough. Giant flying saucer plates.
Basically, yeah, they threw plates, but not pots.
They look like the flying saucers that Ed Wood used in, I think, Plan 9 or something. It looked like one of those things that he used. Yeah.
Never seen that.
Just one, the best way they should have distracted Tim Curry is just take one of those plates and put a string on it and make it look like a UFO.
Yeah, really.
Next thing you know, Johnny Depp comes out, it's like, cut, that was perfect, don't change a thing. But you were saying about, like, the Zelda stuff.
Yeah, well, there's literally a small fairy that's like a little orb of fucking light. And I was like, it's freaking Navi!
Continue.
Like, oh my god, like, this is Zelda. There's Navi, there's Link, there's Zelda, there's Ganon. This is fucking Legend of Zelda, motherfucker. Is
there like, are there unicorns in Zelda?
No, but there's horses.
The only two games I've really played in the series is Ocarina of Time and what was that one? The Minish Cap on the Game Boy Advance.
Okay, yeah.
I have the first 2 Zelda games, but I've yet to play them.
Right.
So, I don't know much about the lore as they do. So there's Navi, there's, you said there was one other creature or something that they...
Yeah, there was like it was a creature, kind of like a zombie coming out of the ground. And if you played Ocarina of Time, there's this, there's zombies that come out of the ground and essentially dry hump you to death.
And that's what it was doing.
Basically.
And you know what it is? I thought, when I saw that, I'm like, oh fuck, the mummy's coming for Tom Cruise. Going back to the past to get Tom Cruise. Because fuck that movie. Yeah. I've heard that movie is shit.
So have I. I heard nothing but bad things about it.
It was like the movie was just like, oh, I'm sorry guys, I'm not feeling too good. I'm sorry, this is the universe. This is the dark universe here. I'm not feeling too good. I think I've suffered Marvelitis. Marvelitis. But anyway, so there's that. But man, the fucking makeup in this movie is phenomenal. Oh my god, like there's that fucking weird witch lady that comes out of the swamps of sadness. It just is like, just like something, it's like, oh god, that's horrifying. And like whoever, and I think that was all an actress in a suit. That wasn't like an animatronic.
Yeah, it seemed like a person.
It moved like an animatronic, yeah. But that was stunning. The fucking, just the sets alone. The dwarf, I actually really like the dwarf makeup in this. The dwarf makeup.
Yeah, the dwarf makeup was cool.
It reminds me of a mix of like something from Willow, Lord of the Rings, and that Orko character from the Masters of the Universe movie. I can't remember what his name is, and it's funny because like one of them's like a fucking leprechaun. They all look like little leprechauns going around like, woo, I'm gonna after the good times. But yeah, there's the fucking Navi person who turns into Tinkerbell. That's another thing, it had a very Peter Pan vibe.
It really did too.
It had a Hook vibe to it.
Yeah, Hook.
Like Hook before Hook.
Fuck, I loved Hook, that was such a good movie.
And that's funny, because like Tim Curry ended up playing Captain Hook in Fox's Peter Pan the Pirates. If you guys don't know what that show is, shut the fuck up and look it up right now. It's, again, Tim Curry doing phenomenal. But man, this movie was a blast. I'm like, why haven't I seen this sooner? I've heard so many good things. It just took me only till 2018 to finally see this shit. I should have seen this shit when I was in my teenage years, when I was heavily into my fantasy craze.
Right.
Like, when I was into Rings, when I was into Inuyasha, which I'm taking, okay, for this Inuyasha project I'm working on, I'm taking a lot of shit from Tone. From this fucking movie. A
lot of inspiration.
Sure. It's very inspirational. Like if I'm gonna judge it by anything, because I sometimes judge films by the story and the visuals. The story is just your classic fairy tale, so I can't really judge it for that. But visually, it is a stunning masterpiece of filmmaking, especially from that era, from the 80s, because back then with fantasy films, we only had shit like The Never-Ending Story, Excalibur, Willow, which I don't know if that came out before or after this. Willow's a movie you gotta see. You'll like Willow. Think if George Lucas directed a Lord of the Rings movie. Is how I can describe it.
I know what Willow is.
Yeah.
I just haven't seen it.
Yeah, the guy who directed that is doing the Han Solo movie. So, yeah, but fuck, I mean, the score is phenomenal. Because here's the thing, I know there's 2 different versions. There's the score by Jerry Goldsmith, I actually like this score a lot more. Already judging it, even though I haven't seen the score. Like, I've listened to the score before, like Tangerine Dream. I like the score to that, but I don't know if it's gonna match the quality that Jerry Goldsmith had in that film. But yeah, it's just, the plot is just your typical Zelda, except it's got unicorns and Satan. And
basically.
Yeah, and, but yeah, it's a great movie. I cannot believe I haven't seen it sooner. It's definitely a buried gem. I'm gonna give this motherfucker a good fucking 9.
Yeah, I'd say
exactly a 9.5 actually, a 9.5. It was that fucking good. I wouldn't give it a 10 mostly because of story, because we've seen it a million times. Yeah, but everything else is fucking. What do you think about it?
Incredible, very, very incredible. Definitely a good visual movie. Especially if you're like on fucking shit tons of who knows what.
Please take the right drugs, kids. Don't do shrooms. Don't do crack cocaine. Just do the proper ones. Take your proper medication. Take your proper medication on this shit.
Do your proper drugs, kids.
And if anything, maybe if you're over 21, just fucking drink while you're watching this. Drink like a good glass of wine, and you're in for a fucking treat.
Well, if you're in Canada, over 19.
Yeah. But you'd give it. What would you give it score-wise? About a 9?
9, yeah.
9. I'd give it a 9.5. Honestly, it was that fucking good. So yeah, that's our thoughts on fucking Ridley Scott's Legend of Zelda. Fuck it. No, fuck it. I don't want him to make the remake of The Lost World. I want him to make fucking Legend of Zelda.
Yeah.
He'd be so much better at that. Because, and the thing is, I don't know if they're ever gonna fucking remake this shit. If they do, I'm gonna be pissed off.
Yeah, I don't see him remaking it.
It's all gonna be CGI, but if they're, okay, because here's the thing. I can imagine them doing a sequel to this shit.
Potentially.
Right? But if they have to get another Darkness, I mean, think about it. Tim Curry can't act, and God bless his soul, he's struggling to stay around, man. I feel really bad for him. He's a fucking legend.
Yeah.
No pun intended. I did not intentionally mean that. I did not. But anyway, so fuck it. If they do a sequel or something, which if they do, I'm okay with that. The only person I see playing that part closer to Tim Curry is Benedict Cumberbatch.
Yeah, I could see him maybe doing that.
I mean, he played a fucking dragon, for Christ's sakes. A big-ass kaiju-sized dragon. I think he can handle playing the devil.
I can see him playing the devil.
Yeah, can you imagine? Fucking Tom Cruise, he comes, he's a lot older now. He's like an old elf and shit, and I don't know, he's he's trying to convert to Scientology.
Oh, God.
And then, Benedict Cumberbatch's darkness comes in and says, I've come to bargain. Or he's just because of the thing, it's this movie, okay, bottom line, this movie's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
This movie's fucking awesome. So, we've gone on a tangent for too long. If you guys have seen Legend, let us know what you think.
Comment down below.
And, as always, comment, subscribe to Bradley Dunn.
Studio 95,
his videos come in every Monday, so you can check him out there.
I'll be seeing those coming.
And yeah, as always, guys, comment, subscribe. We'll see you guys later. And I'm going to try to we're gonna probably watch Pulp Fiction next.
Yeah.
I think it's like a 2.5-hour movie, but I think we can sit through it, and I think we'll have fun with it.
Should be fun. I've seen bits and pieces of it, but I haven't seen the whole thing.
Yeah, so
it should be fun.
As always, guys, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you guys later. This is BigJackFilms and Bradley Dunn signing off.
See you later. Wanna go? Come on, motherfucker.